Implementation of queue in Python. Queue is an important data structure which has a number of applications in computing. In this lesson we will discuss the basic characteristics of a queue and how to implement it using Python programming language. So, let's begin. What is a queue? A queue is a linear data structure that stores the elements or items sequentially. The elements of the queue are processed in FIFO order, that is, first in first out order. The item that enqueues first is served first. A queue has two ends, front end and rear end. The item at the front end is served first. After having service, the item from the front end is removed or dequeued. A new item is inserted or enqueued at the rear end. The two most important operations on a queue are enqueue and dequeue. Enqueue is the process of inserting an item at the rear end of the queue, and dequeue is the process of removing an item from the front end of the queue. Now let's see how we can build a queue using a list. The variable queue holds a blank list. Let's append 10 to the list. Remember, here the list is our queue. Let's append another item 20 to the list. Our third item to the list is 30. Let's remove an item from the first position of the list. The index position 0 is the front of the list. Let's append another item 40 to the list. Append is always at the end of the list. Let's remove an item from the front. Again, remove an item from the front. This shows that we may implement a queue using a list. The append method is used for enqueue operation and the pop method is used for the dequeue operation. Now we will see how we may use the deque from collections module for implementing a queue. As the code is very similar to the previous one, let's try to comprehend it on your own. Here the append method is being used for enqueue operation and the pop left method is being used for the dequeue operations. We may also use the queue module for working with queues in Python. This module is especially useful in threaded programming. Three kinds of queues are allowed here: FIFO queue, LIFO queue, and priority queue. Here we will discuss only about the FIFO queue. Please note that LIFO behaves like a stack. In priority queues, elements are queued on the basis of their priority. In this example, the maximum size of the queue is 5. Is the queue full? Is the queue empty? What is the current size of the queue? Let's enqueue an item, A. Let's enqueue another item, B. Enqueue another item, C. Let's dequeue an item. It is from the front end. Enqueue another item, D. Also, enqueue, E. And F2. Hope that this is clear to you. That is, we may also use the queue module for working with queues. Now let's build our own queue in OOPS way. Here we will build a queue class using list. Just follow me along while I code. I am not explaining the codes anymore as I have already explained at the first part of this lesson. Just follow me attentively, it's easy.